And we are live.
Hello, everyone. It's Coding in Kotlin again. Pasha here and Igor with me. And today, actually, is a new thing. So today, Igor is driving. I will try to maybe write some code. We are not sure what we are going to do yet. But anyways, let's try something.
Yep.
I think that my
while
shared, is it?
Pasha
No,
is
it's not.
doing stuff, now it's shared.
Yeah, now it's shared. Okay.
What we did last time, let's do a recap. We finally fixed collisions. Let's start and see that it works on your machine.
Yeah, let's try. I think it will take some time. I have cloned the repository, but I didn't build the JVM version a single time. I actually built a native version, and it works even better than JVM version for me, which is a little bit surprising. Yeah, maybe you can see that it's a little bit sluggish for me, but just a little bit. We can try to add more walls. Now I think it's like 20 FPS or something like that. But generally speaking, what you can observe is our balls are jumping, our particles are jumping. They jump more or less naturally. They still stick to the walls, and here you can see observe some weird behavior. They're somehow, I don't know, tied together sometimes.
Yeah.
And here, for example.
Yeah, it usually happens when one of the balls, I think, they need to be
unstuck.
One needs to be smaller, right? Or
yes.
They can be the similar size.
Yes. Maybe it can happen to here we can see that it's much smaller. I don't know, teal one is much smaller than pink one, but it stops only when one of them hits balls or hits walls. And it just happened here too. And of course it will happen in a native version too. In the native version. I just realized that I won't be able to push anything to your repository.
Why not?
How?
Well, I can give you the rights to
permissions. Yeah,
probably
you can. Right now, you can observe that I'm trying to launch a native version of application. It will take some time to build. I believe it's like a couple of minutes.
You can, in the meantime, turn off the notifications that pop up.
I'm not sure about turning off all the notifications, but I can definitely close Slack and Telegram. It
collaborators
should be enough.
It's asking me to confirm that me is me. Hello, Razor. And
hi, Razor.
What are we going to do once it's done is that we want to fix that bug, and we wanted to see how would you behave with the code I wrote, and maybe you wanted to change something.
Yeah, I think so. The first interesting part is actually fixing the bug. By the way, we agreed to change interface to the new UI. So
yes, that was one of the reasons. Okay, I sent you an invite for the...
Okay, let's terminate the build, and I will accept the invite. Accept invitation. And it looks like I should be able to push now. I have some kind of access. I should be frank, I'm not sure that I'm familiar with the interface, but you can see actually right now how big the differences are. No more buttons here, only play and debug buttons. All the tool windows are restyled. Some of them are a bit restyled, some of them are hugely restyled. Also, some icons...
You don't need big data tools for our project.
Yeah, but it's still enabled.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, you can probably see that for me, rendering of MD file works correctly. Like it's rendered, and I can even launch Gradle tasks right from this README.
Nice.
I don't think we need it right now. It has even some Android integration and so on. And link to JS game. By the way, it's interesting. How will it behave on my machine? Nobody knows, right? Okay, nice. Probably it works only on GitHub because it's a relative link. Okay, README, but we had, where did we have our tasks? To-do.md, right?
Oh, it looks terrible.
Yes, it looks really terrible. I mean,
Let's
really
don't
terrible.
The render
Why?
version.
Like we don't support checkboxes or what? Oh yeah, it looks like the syntax is a little bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, now we have these checkboxes, but we don't render a checkbox here.
Because
I'm not sure if it's a bug or feature, because like, should your top level thing be a task too?
No. The problem is that it uses swiggle instead of a minus for the it's unknown symbol to it. If you just remove it and replace with then it works.
Yeah, like this. We should use X or probably just empty thing. Yeah, then it will be unchecked. By the way, can I modify it from here? No, I can modify it from.
Hey, actually, since we're playing around with idea, can you do a session? What's it called? Code with me or code together?
I think I can. Wow.
So I can help you edit the to-do.md as we speak.
I don't remember how do I launch it. I don't know actually. Oh no, I see. It's actually here. Code with me. Start session. Full access.
Probably. Wait. Let's not do it on stream right now.
Why?
Because,
Why? I think that nobody without my permission will be able to connect. Yeah, it's okay. Could you please hide my screen for a second?
Yeah.
And I will send you a link into Telegram. Yeah, here is it. Yeah, because actually a link is what we should hide, not everything.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
And Razor points out that indeed the to-do.md is looking really bad on GitHub as well. And
yeah, because probably we formatted it incorrectly, right? Because your checkboxes should be parts of list, or they should be delimited by, Oh, yeah, I allowed you. You joined, right?
Yeah, I can see actually things there. And why it happened? Because the renderer for the whatchamacallit, the markdown renderer didn't work for me, so that's why we had to use
we didn't know what's the correct way to render it, to change it.
Oh, let's say
I think we can do it outside of the scene, right?
Yeah, true.
Now we know that it should work. It works in Idea Ultimate. By the way, does it work for you now? Does it work in Code with Me?
The renderer.
Yes. Is there such a thing? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how to open the renderer.
Okay, so you can see, I don't know, icon like here that allows you to switch between views.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Maybe it's a limitation of Code with Me. Why not? Like, why would you build?
Let's stop being distracted by this. We wanted to fix bugs.
Yes. So let's navigate to our main.ks KT. What my idea was, and I actually have some ideas about its implementation. Like, I think that sometimes when balls are hit, when balls collide, they don't just hit; they're stuck inside each other like this. And we should first unstuck them, and then we should I don't know, perform the whole maths about the collision.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Sounds about right.
Okay, then what do we have? We have this vector 2. What I know that there is such a thing as point inside Korche. Let's navigate to it real fast. And Korche is point is maybe
You pressed a lot of buttons right now. Could you clarify what happened? So you pressed the control.
What I'm trying to do, I am trying to see a hierarchy of the point. Okay. And actually something weird happens because in hierarchy we can see only one parent object. It's definitely incorrect because we can see that it's interpolable and comparable and anti-point. And
why it's object, by the way? Shouldn't there be any in Kotlin? It's the parent.
And it's a good question too. I'm not sure. I don't know why. But
okay,
what I want to do, what I know that there is something.
Can you increase
like,
this font size?
There is a thing called distance.
Can you increase the font size a bit?
Yes. Let's enter the presentation mode. Is it better now?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I will launch anything.
I don't think it was a good idea to change the presentation mode instead of changing the. But let's.
Yeah, I think whatever. I'll figure it out. Yeah. Anyways, point has a nice method called distance and distance squared and so on. By the way, they even have dot.
Yeah, I mean it's natural things you want to do with stuff with dimensions, even 2 dimensions. Yeah,
but what actually is interesting, they have the Kotlin itself has hyped method that should be enough for us to implement distances between our vectors, right? Our points.
I guess.
So what I want to do now is to check if we have 2 colliding particles, right? And I need to check distance between between their coordinates and some of their radiuses.
Do you want to switch to point or?
I don't know. I think that we don't need it right now.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have view and I have another view. And what I need to check is this dot x minus it dot x, this dot y minus it dot y, and actually, what did I do? So it's actually distance, right? Yeah, it looks like it's a distance.
Double. Computes square root of yeah. Okay.
I put yes. So it's actually just a hypotenuse of I don't know of a triangle. Where I'm actually not sure. Yeah, we are just projecting the particles to x and to y axis, and then we compute the hypotenuse. So it's very simple.
I don't think it's it.x. Is it it that? Okay, yeah. Okay,
It's
yeah,
I'm not sure what is. It should be basically the same, right? Because we
yeah.
square them.
Yeah.
Okay, now and our optimal distance is radius of first circle plus radius of the second circle. Me circle radius
Me circle. Okay.
plus other circle radius.
Well, it should be this dot radius and it dot radius. It should be-
No. And I will say why. Give me a second. Distance, let's say. Why it's not this? Because this is just a view, as we can see here. It's not inferred anywhere that it's actually a circle. But we know that me is a gas particle, and we know that the gas particle contains a circle.
Yeah, but we already assume that when we do the circle to particle with this.
What?
In a couple.
Yeah, it's me is just a gas particle, and if it's not a circle, it would throw null pointer exception or something like that here, which should not happen because we know for a fact that we put everything we have into this map.
Yeah,
Still.
but if we like, what's the problem of writing it like it dot radius here? I don't
But
know.
it shouldn't compile,
already-
in my opinion.
We already
Yeah, of
assumed-
course it doesn't compile. Of course, because if you will check type of it, it's view. It doesn't know. It can't infer for you what is that this and it are circles. It's just impossible to check at compile time.
Okay.
So yeah, it's needed distance. So the question is, then we should have some if block. Distance is less than needed distance. Then we should do something. Question is, what do we do? I'm actually not sure what should we do here. We should somehow pull both particles into directions, right?
Yes. We want to have it like less.
We should probably have normalized velocity. Well, but yeah, question is, where should we put these particles?
How come they will detect collision when they on such a small distance?
Say it again.
I don't understand when they would detect collision and become closer than why it's happening this way. Sounds
Yeah,
weird.
because it's a discrete process, right? You redraw your screen, say 60 times per second, right? And imagine that your particle moves with the speed of, I don't know, 2 pixels per tick. It's basically what happens in our case. Let's say we have 2 particles on one line and they're moving towards each other. And here they have 1 pixel between them. On the next tick, they will already be stuck because each of them will move for 2 pixels, and they will be stuck like they will have 3 common pixels of intersection. Do you get what I'm telling? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it does it sound reasonable?
Somewhat, yeah. Let's try to implement it and then see how
Yeah,
it goes.
I don't know yet how do we implement it. So first of all, I want to just debug it just a bit, and I don't know how do I do it in presentation mode. How do I launch a different thing?
You can exit presentation mode
I
and
can.
then change the You don't want to change the size of the font or what?
I don't know. I'm too lazy. Right now, I like that nothing is distracting us from the code and debug. And we are immediately there.
Can you change in
Wow, like look, they intersect by 26 pixels.
So if you go back to the window with the application, doesn't show anything.
It's an interesting question.
So already when they get created.
I can't go here there. Okay. You were right from the very beginning. I should just increase the font. I don't even see any particles right now, but they have already intersected.
Okay, let's stop here and decrease the number of particles that we have.
Could you repeat that?
Let's stop and create less particles.
Yes, let's do it.
Maybe like
Good
5.
thing I more or less remember how our code is organized. Okay.
Can you increase the font?
I can. Let it be 36. No, too big.
24 should be fine.
28, 24, 24. Is it good enough?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so 2 particles.
No, let's make 5. It's too. 2 is probably too late. I want to figure out if this happens in a normal situation, or does it needs to be something bad happen from the start?
Yeah, it's a question of what's normal and what's not. I'm not sure if wow. Wait.
They are very small. Just increase their ID by
yeah. Let's
7
say
times.
it will be 30. It should be enough. 30.0.
0.0. You could have just multiplied the number.
Yes, I could.
Because now we also have them same size, and it's not.
Yeah, that's fine. They have different velocities.
I would argue that with the same size, probably they would have. No. Okay, I was right. I was wrong. So now my question is: if you go back to the application window,
is anything stuck or not? It's actually a good idea, or a good question.
Can you change the color of the circles that we are currently interacting without restarting the application, so we know for sure?
I don't know.
We're looking
but
at
what I can definitely do is this X. I can add some, I don't know.
So me circle fill. Let's put it to, I don't know, red. Would it be possible to change it here? I'm just trying to understand how helpful is debugger.
How do we do it? We should assign it color.
Colors. Yeah.
Dot, I don't know, white.
Yeah, let's put it white.
Let's
and
check.
Would that change anything? No.
Let's do
maybe
just one more step.
Next redraw. It should change it on the next redraw, so probably. Not.
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, here we can see that they're massively intersected, right?
Mm-hmm. True.
What I want to see is, I want to see
why they didn't. What's going on? why they got stuck first, and because initially
what?
we already detected collision
Yes.
when they were on the normal distance, and instead of them changing directions, we saw that it goes through.
I think that actually, oh no, they were collided. You're right. If we are here, then they were collided. I don't even know how do I debug it. It may be a bug in Core. It might be not as well. Obviously. Okay.
Can we
Let's check
just
the next tick? And next tick. Okay. Now we are in collision when I can see nothing colliding.
What might be happening is that collision gets detected before it gets drawn.
Yes.
Would it be the case? That
yes, you're right.
If you go to the next step, then maybe it will collide further. Then probably we need to.
No.
No.
Maybe
the
yes.
Maybe no. No,
Let's
it's
do it
not
this way.
This is.
Of course it gone crazy. Of course it gone crazy.
Yeah, I mean, changing the size might affect the way the geometry is calculated here. So
Let's
keep it floating.
Give it what?
Keep the window floating.
Yes, you're right. Let's do it. Okay, nothing is stuck right now. Nothing is colliding right now, and I'm not even sure what should collide. Teal and red ones, I believe. Yes, they collided, and in the next, yeah, you're right. It detects the future collision. It's not drawn yet, but it will happen, and it already knows that when they will collide, they will intersect. Like it will, as I predicted, it won't detect a collision like analytically.
No, I think we overthinking is too much, and probably what's going on is that when the collision is detected, it might be detected by some weird shape that is not the same. Razor points out an interesting thought that from his understanding, when we count the distance, we don't count the diameter, which is also actually a good point.
We don't need to count the diameter because the distance is a distance between centers of our particles, right?
Yeah.
And we actually sum together radiuses of our particles at this point.
Ah, okay.
So, and we know for a fact that they're circles, and they both are of radius 30, so they need to be on the distance of 60, and the actual distance is 56.
Wait, where do you say we account for radius? I don't see it.
Here, in the selection. Yeah.
I mean,
here you may see the, I don't know, all the possible debug information.
I mean, for us, radius doesn't matter in this math, because what's important is that we detect collision and then we change velocity. So it should be fine.
Yes, but it won't be fine in a corner cases where, let's look for the rare version of velocities or of intersection where they intersect massively for more than half of radius. I think it will take some time to find such an intersection?
Are we sure that X and Y is the center and not the...
Yeah, we are there.
topmost?
I'm not
Okay.
sure that X and Y are center.
Because that would explain some of the things. If it's collision.
Is there any way to understand it quickly?
I'm trying to find it in the docs, and I don't see.
Okay, what is
It's
that?
that collision type. When you remember when we played with it a bit, that it was
Yes.
like shape, collision shape, but we used a different function to detect collisions.
Yes, we have replaced actually the usual bounding box with shape, right?
Where?
Yeah. Right now
Yeah.
it's collision kind shape.
What are the other options in that enum collision kind?
Let's check. Okay, it's global rector shape. Shape is just a vector, and global rect is obviously a rectangle around our view.
Yeah, let's change it to global rect and see if we spot any difference.
Okay. What's your hypothesis? Why should it work?
Well, I don't think that it will work, as in, it will not work nice, it will just work different.
I just saw how they passed, yeah, and you could just see that one passed through another. Teal one through the, yeah, brown one.
Yeah, now they got the same.
And now they're completely stuck.
Do we want to bother with this?
It's interesting. Do you remember this change I just made? That distance is less than half of joint radiuses, and we almost immediately hit it after I added one more ball.
Yeah, because when you add a ball, it doesn't care. It can spawn anywhere, and then it can spawn in a place where like it overlaps with another ball. So it's not. This is not
Like
really
it's not a bug. You mean?
Yeah.
It sounds buggy to me.
Well, you want to fix it? We need to fix the way we generate balls so they don't overlap with each other.
Yeah, I think we actually don't need to. Again, I think that inside this if block, we should find some
Okay.
solution how we will unstuck them from each other.
Okay, yeah, sure. So
Question is, what can we do? We should
let's
find.
get back to shape first.
Excuse me, could you repeat that?
I will fix the collision to shape again.
Okay.
Collision kind, and here we probably have a distance between.
We already, yeah, distance is actually here is the distance.
Yeah, but distance.
What we need actually to.
You need the vector of displacement vector, something like that.
Yeah, like a relative position of one to each other. Displacement vector. Okay.
Vector 2.
Val displacement vector equals I don't know, vector of it x minus x and it y minus y, right?
When do you choose when you write this dot x and when you just write x?
It was just a stupid idea to put this here. We don't need it.
All right, then
It's a displacement vector, but we need some. Wait, like now we can normalize this vector, right?
can we here draw a line No, it's hard. Razor suggests that we want to do it some vector.
Look,
stuff.
Normalized vector is a vector of size of length 1, right? Igor?
Yeah. Yeah.
So look, we have normalized vector, and now we need to multiply it by our needed distance.
So I just retyped what Razor posted in the comments, and you can take a look and see if you agree with this.
Position. Okay, I think that we need. We should move them both by half of the needed distance minus distance, right? It sounds reasonable.
Yeah, so it's a displacement vector normalized, which gives you direction. And then you multiply it by the displacement you want to change, and you attach it to the position. So you want to calculate this this part and then add it add X and Y to some of the things.
Okay, so we have this thing. We don't have a vector division, I believe, right?
Multiply it by 0.5.
That's an option. Or we could implement it, actually.
We could, but then we go to a point when we ask ourselves, do we really need vector 2, or do we want to just use some primitives from Corhit?
From the library?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Look, now there is an issue. Yeah, I see. So we should move one ball. It's, I believe, me by this vector, and second ball by a flipped vector. Do I have flip here? No, I don't have a flip here. X minus it x.
I mean, you can add a unary minus or something like that, right? Is there a thing when?
Yeah, there is an unary minus, and we can actually redefine it. Now I'm trying to figure out which vector should be moved. What just happened?
I just added a couple of lines.
And you launched the application?
No.
Because it's launched right now.
That was not my intention.
Okay.
Maybe it got rebuilt because it detected some changes. Ah, yeah, because you're still in debug mode, right? No?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay, anyways, it's displacement vector relative to other ball. So should we move here other ball or our ball? Ideas?
I'm thinking that maybe we can just move ourselves on the whole distance and not just half. And that would
it won't be that beautiful, but we can. Okay, what do we have now? Is this vector an adjustment vector? It is.
Yeah.
So we should increase our x and our y by what we have here. Okay. You should write it a bit different way, like this.
Oh, okay. You can do like that, unpacking.
Yes.
Nice.
And I don't remember the correct way to say it in Kotlin. I mean, it's not unpacking, it's something different.
It's not unpacking.
Yeah, I don't remember how do they call it. But anyways, it looks like it should compile. Let's try to launch it. Maybe our balls will be even more stuck. Okay. operator fun doesn't work. Why?
It's me.
Oh, I
Sorry.
see. Yeah, look, it shouldn't be. It should be written a bit different way. It's vector2 because your unary minus won't accept any parameters.
That doesn't have any parameters. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. Makes sense.
But wait. So, but then I don't understand how should it work.
It creates a copy of self with different
Different
what?
sign.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
course.
yeah, like this. Now it's a correct thing. I'm not sure if we need it, but now it looks correct. And typing together is hard.
Yeah.
Let's launch it. I saw some weird thing there.
Well, definitely better than it was before.
Let's set menu. Are we in debug mode or in well, we are in run mode.
Yeah, still there is some tangling still.
Yeah, well, right here. It was right here.
When the change,
And I actually think,
yeah.
oh no, they're stuck. Look at it. They were very, very stuck.
So
Is
they
it
stuck
possible that
when
we
the
moved-
size- and that makes sense because we only moved one. So the current thing works when the
I maybe we should move different one. That's the menu.
yeah they still overlap.
They
Yeah. You can see it.
sometimes, yeah. Well, you know what? Overlapping is fine because we will unstuck them. But yeah, now they're changed
Yeah.
again.
Yes.
I don't understand. Okay, so your idea is we should move both, right? Ah, wait. We didn't delete the multiplier, 0.5 multiplier.
Yeah.
And actually,
This might
We
change
do-
things.
and actually here we don't need it too.
I mean, it looks promising.
Sometimes they're still weird.
I didn't see anything.
Okay, where do we have our handler for space? Okay, it's... Let's make the new mass, I don't know, 60. They will be my... Man, I hate it.
Sorry, I can't open apps on this device.
My smart speaker complained that you hate it. Chunky.
It should be easier to observe on these big particles. Well,
What was
it
the
just happened.
Yeah, we saw that. So
Okay, I don't have any idea.
do the
Maybe.
bubble- no.
Okay,
I mean,
may
definitely
it
something
be
weird.
somehow related to the situation that, I don't know, X and Y are not in the center of our circles.
I think that we should instead change it to having like a not a random experiment, but just let's make two balls moving towards each other
What?
with different masses. and then
I
see
see.
how they will stack together. So instead of initial random thing, just comment it out and then add the particles.
Okay, no, it won't work this way. So we should create particles. At this. Velocity. So it's vector. X should be, I don't know, but first it should be 40, and Y should be, I don't know, 60, and mass will be what? Thank you. Mass will be, I don't know, okay, let's say 45.0, and then we'll copy it, and X will be 200. And mass will be 15. And we don't have any speed here. How do we define the speed?
It's random again.
Oh, I see. Energy. Where is it defined?
Wait. But actually, positions are not.
Oh, positions.
Positions are random.
Wait, mass, stroke.
Circle X. We had we
Yeah.
used to have,
No. Yeah. Now I see it. Okay. Let's move it to parameter. Default X, location, and default. What's wrong? Default Y position, like this, and they are somehow Y. Oh, I see. I should introduce default value. Default position. And we can't use it. Nice.
should it be like val and then get or something like that?
That it's the issue. It's dependent on the circle, which is not created at this moment yet. Okay.
Yeah.
What we can do actually is we can.
Can we modify it after we created it? Just in the place where you look at adding them, you add particle, and then you say like, "This is my particle."
The simplest thing we can do is this. We can just pass them as parameters.
Okay.
By default, parameters will be okay. We don't even need them by default. Or should we? Yeah, they should have default values. Not change our API massively. And then we can do it like this: default X, then Elvis random, and the same for Y. Like this. Does make sense?
I guess.
Okay, awesome. So where do we create our particles? Here. So it's a speed. X speed should be Y speed should be 0. For
Yeah.
what? X speed should be okay. Let's say 60 for 1. Okay, 60 for 1 and minus 60 for 2. Like this. Now we should pass our initial coordinates there. for X it will be, let's say, 40.0, and for Y it will be, let's say, 40.0 again. And this one for X will be 120 and 40.0. Looks messy but reasonable. Let's try to launch it.
Yeah, we just want to test. Reproduce the.
Okay, it's too fast. It's too fast.
Yeah.
Let's change it to 20 and minus 20. Should be 20. Okay, they just stuck.
Yeah. So what would happen if we change it to 2?
Oops, it's
No.
They stuck again. Did you see it?
Yeah. I want to just see when
When they stop stacking?
when they get
Okay, they're too close to each other, it seems.
yeah.
They stuck even on 2. Okay, and energy is 0. It's
Yes. So velocity doesn't care.
I think that we can do the final experiment. One will stay.
Okay.
It should not happen at all.
Yes, I agree. What I also see, which is quite funny, is that
Our collision collision is working correctly again.
no, what I would assume should happen is that they should be on the same line, but they don't.
Oh, I see. Because so what does it mean? Again, let's see it again.
So what actually happened?
So it's actually not in the center. It's actually at the top and probably at the top left corner.
And that's why our calculations are wrong at a lot of places.
Okay, how do we modify it?
We need to, when you create a circle inside the gas particle, it would not matter if we create it. If we create it randomly, it doesn't matter, or is it? Well, we need to move it. We move it with radius. So basically,
yeah. Question is, should we change? Yeah, it looks like
probably
we should change some. Right in collision detection, right?
No, first we need to change it. First, I want them to be on the same line without changing the generation code, because then it would be reasonable. And I want to add one more ball, which would be below, and I want to change the way we create balls. So,
what do you have inside circle constructor? Stroke thickness, fill. Okay. Okay, there is an anchor X and anchor Y.
it shouldn't be. It should be some parameter on the circle when you create it that you can specify what is the anchor.
We can navigate to the circle itself. Stroke thickness, after scaling, shape view, fill, after scaling again, radius, color.
Alignment centering.
What alignment?
Aligned. No, it's not. Center on, center Y.
Where's anchor X defined? Okay, actually, anchor X is a part of shape view.
So
Here is how it is defined. If it's not defined, that it will return zero for both X and Y. So we can redefine it.
I think we should define it as a
radius from the left and radius from the top, actually.
yeah. X, Y should be radius.
Yes.
So
Anchor X should be X, and anchor Y should be Y, like.
no, what? No.
Yes. Oh no. Sure, they both should be radius.
Yeah. Which we don't have at this point. Do we have it at this point?
Yeah, we have it somehow. I don't know. Yeah, mass is a radius.
Ah. Okay. So what
But
would happen now?
inside the lambda? We have everything defined. Inside the lambda, the whole circle is already constructed. So let's try to
The
lambda.
circle is already constructed. Do you need to?
Okay.
What's going on?
Okay. Something is wrong here.
I think it needs to be a parameter for the. Ah, okay.
No, I mean something is wrong. Okay, what is?
Shouldn't
The-
that be
the-
a parameter to the circle, and not as a in lambda?
Let's check. We have radius,
No, it-
stroke,
That's
stroke
accepted.
thickness, fill after scaling. Let's call back. I can also see two things. There is anchor X and anchor disp X. I'm not sure what anchor disp X is. But it says that it's Corgi internal. Oh, and it's like deprecation mark. Okay, why did it break when we have redefined the anchor X? And
Can you remove these two lines and just see that it still works?
sure. Oops. Yeah.
Okay.
You have added one more. Have you added one more circle?
Yes, of course. All right. Then we want to see how.
What did
to-
Einstein said about it? That only idiot will try to do the same thing one time after another, and will hope for the different result. It's what I'm doing right now because I don't understand.
Well, it's attributed to him.
We are not sure that it was he who said it. Oh, nice.
Can you run it now?
Yes.
Ah, wait, no.
I'm already running it, and they are invisible.
Yeah.
They're there, by the way. Do you see that energy have just dropped?
Yes. I'm not sure what the anchor is supposed to be doing.
I don't know too. And
Anchor.
actually, the code is invalid. I don't know why.
Ah, because it's in a.
Yeah, it should be in the initializer.
Yeah.
Like this.
Mhm.
Nothing changed.
Mhm. Or rather, something is not working.
Okay, what anchor does is just setting X, anchor X, and anchor Y. Nothing fancy here, and returns our circle back. It also accepts. Oh, by the way, there is an. Look at this. Anchor is completely different. Like it similarly accepts things from doubles from 0 to 1. Is it possible? Because the center method returns anchor of 0.5, 0.5. Okay, we can actually try it ourselves. It's very fast.
No, but isn't that the default?
I don't know. Okay, now it works.
Now it's working. Oh my god, really? Okay. So the
It's
wall
not.
detection
Oh,
now
of course, it's not default. Of course, it's not default. And by the way, seemingly it works Absolutely correctly.
Something wrong with the walls.
Yes, because we. Yes, and I know why. Because we count from the different point. Where do we have it? Velocity.
So the center, is there possible to call like something? Yeah, okay, whatever. This is weird.
Look, we have circle, and we increase it by.
Yeah, okay, x plus here, yes.
We should add half
No,
of
no,
radius. Right?
It
Like this.
No, I mean you already have it here. It's this circle plus radius. It just used to
Okay.
have like just radius, and then here x minus then radius, because now it considers it itself in the center, and y less than radius. So now it should work,
Check.
or work better.
Well, it should work some way, definitely.
The way that we had to set the anchor like that is very
Counterintuitive.
no, it's just doesn't sound right. Yeah, now it's worked fine. Oh, we detected the here.
Yeah, we detected the intersection, but that's fine.
This is quite common thing to do. So probably there is some method in
Framework.
Corhe
Yeah.
that will select that the anchor should be in the middle or something like that. Like there should be probably an enum of something like that of possible anchor values that you can specify, and this should work. But I don't know where and how would you look for this.
Look, it's the X, like it needs quarter of pixel to fix it. Yeah, because doubles are hard. Oh, it's stuck.
It lose all the little energy it had. So now it just.
By the way, the energy is definitely measured incorrectly right now because one of particles is moving and the
Because it
energy is
cast-
0.
It gets cast to int.
Oh,
That's why.
yeah, right. Yeah.
It measures
So
correctly.
do you think it
Correctly.
looks more or less correctly? We need this. Should we extract it to a separate variable? Shouldn't we? I don't know. Anyways, we can uncomment everything we had before.
Is Kotlin Unicode friendly by default?
Yes. It's the JVM stores everything in UTF-16 inside, but yes, it's still Unicode friendly, obviously.
Okay.
Okay. We have multiple stack balls again. Oh, and one ball just moved out of the field. And I know why. Should we unstack balls from walls forcefully too?
Probably yes, but just remove the fact that we changed the speed on collision.
This one,
Yeah.
right? Let's check it. By the way, sometimes they fly one through another, but they don't have a loose energy, as you can see. We have lots of intersection hits here, like probably tenths per second. but I can't observe any. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Big voice. It. Did you see it? Igor, do you see it? It's very funny, actually. Look.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wait. They're being moved slowly to the outside world.
Oh. Yeah, this is.
I don't understand how. Oh, it's our unstacking logics. Because every time they are stuck in another circle, any other circle, they're
right.
being moved for just a bit.
Yes. Yeah, they should not ever move out of the boundaries.
And I don't know how do I check it. Actually, you know what?
We can add like a handler that checks that if I'm stuck, if I'm beyond walls, then just push me out. Or delete it, I guess, or something. So let's
where
where it would be just an additional updater to check.
Okay. Destructive
wall and stack updater, something like that, or
That's very bad naming, but okay. How do they work, by the way? Adaptator, okay. Circle, adaptator. If how do you call it? Our X is still in the top left corner, right? Okay. Or isn't it? Or is it? Do you remember you wrote some logics about Anchor? What did you learn there?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
It's
circle.anchor 0.5.5. Okay, I think that X doesn't change.
I think what we should do is to change the sorry. So when we just add a detector that just checks if my position is something weird, and that's for gas particle. Add an updater that will just check if it's beyond the borders.
Like this one. What I am doing right now, right?
Yeah. Should it be 0.0 or just 0?
I don't know. 2 by radius.
No, it's just one radius.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, because our X is in top left corner.
Line 150.
Say it again.
Take a look at the line 150.
150.
Yes. So here we check for
Wait.
one radius.
Why do you think it's the correct code?
Because we just changed it because it was buggy when we had 2 times radius.
Oh, I see. You're right. Okay.
And that's what changed it when we changed the anchoring stuff. But it's weird because that's exactly what we check here. So maybe we can just save updaters. Yeah, actually, yeah. Okay. No.
No, why?
Because I think you should instead change it inside the. Okay. But then it will just die on the collision with wall.
No, because it should be less than 0. Okay, let's say.
Then how would you detect that the walls needs to be changed? The velocity needs to be changed.
I don't know how it will work. I think they will just disappear after. Yeah, they just disappear. Not all of them. The smallest one is still here.
So it's a nice one. So what you need to change is you need to remove the stuff you just added.
Like,
yes,
you are writing code for like hours. Then you have to remove it.
And in the next if blocks, when we detect that it's beyond the max width, instead of just changing velocity, we should say
also change the x, and
yes,
we should also change the x. Okay,
yes,
it makes sense. Also,
so
our x should be max width
minus radius, I guess.
Minus radius, or minus 2 radiuses. No, minus 1 radius.
Minus radius.
And in this case, it should be radius. X should be radius.
And similarly for y.
Yeah. Oops. Oh, it's smooth. It looks very smooth. Let's add big voice. Nothing is being stuck.
Yeah, but now I'm interested if we actually get back that the walls are sticky.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, actually, yes. So what didn't work is that Kotlin supports Unicode, but the font that we choose does not. That's why you don't see anything between energy and. So I had like a similar sign there, but it does not get rendered.
By the way, we should change something about energy. Energy. Why? I need this one. I wanna it be just a multi-line string. Well, you know what happens? Sometimes smaller balls go through the bigger balls. But maybe it's a correct behavior. Oh, did you see it? Sometimes big balls make big jumps because they intersect with small balls.
Yeah. I mean, it sort of looks a bit ridiculous, the size difference. So maybe it's okay that we have something like that.
Yeah, it's still not a physically correct behavior, I think.
I think that would be. Oh yeah, it gets stuck. Yeah, you see, when the speeds are low and then the size difference is big, we can notice that some of the balls get stuck.
Where?
Top.
On the top where? I can see the orange ball free floating through other balls right here.
So
It's
yes.
Why did it happen?
Reasons.
And here the red ball was stuck for some time behind the pink ball. And
so
here green ball is.
Again, it happens when the size difference is too big.
I mean, we can actually change the collision detection type from dot shape to the global rect and check if it will work in a slightly different manner.
Oh, you get above 100.
Yeah, but just balls are huge.
Yeah, that's true.
It's n equals 30. Anyways, we should commit what we did today.
Yeah. And it's about time to finish. Anyway.
Yes.
Good job. We figured out that the thing that we should have figured out before actually starting it, that what's the point of reference on the circles. And yeah. And we tried, and you.
Okay, I have a
idea.
This one should become deleted. Well, I mean, it's much better. Now we don't have randomly stuck balls in the wall. Sometimes they behave incorrectly on low speeds. By the way, now it seems, look, no, sometimes they still are stuck. It looks almost like a gravity, and sometimes you can see that they bounce from global rect, like from bounding box. Okay, we have some hard-coded parts, but it's not that important. It's funny. I will follow your example and give the commit some ridiculous name.
Okay.
Junk unchained, balls unstacked. So how do you do this GitHub? What watch actions?
run watch.
Okay, run watch. Testing. Whoa. Which of them do I need?
Probably the one that's deploy.js would be the first one. And I think it does it like twice or something like that. So
twice? Why? We don't know.
I didn't bother to check it.
Okay, that's fine. Nobody cares actually.
I think first it like builds some tests, then it runs the deploy.js or deploy.js, and then there's another one that is get triggered afterwards, which is build the GitHub pages,
Oh, I see.
which is you cannot monitor it yet. So if you go now, you'll see, should be able to see it. Not yet, I guess.
Building JS bundle.
So how do you feel writing the code yourself?
I see all the. I feel that crunching all the numbers. It's like on the one hand, it's very simple. On the other hand, it's weird because I don't understand. I don't feel these numbers. I understand them logically, but I should infer everything from the scratch every time I crunch them. Like, should I add a radius or two radiuses? Why X changes because we changed anchor? Like, for me, they are not connected. They should not be connected, but they are. On the other hand, it's satisfying. Weird satisfying feeling when something works correctly. It's what I feel every time I solve the next Advent of Code puzzle. By the way, folks, you can follow me on Twitter or Mastodon or whatever. Post my solution.
Shameless plug. Okay.
No, I am actually advertising the Advent of Code. I just make some examples of solutions. I don't think that my code is perfect. It just works. It could be written much better, but I'm trying not to invest too much time in solutions.
My goal for this year is just to get to day 10, and that's it.
Yeah. I just want to end it, and I know that in one point in time, it will happen that some task will take, I don't know, 8 hours of my time. And it will be not. It won't be a perfect solution.
Yeah. So now you can see there's a new action called build GitHub pages, and
I think while it's building, we can talk about a couple more things. First thing is what we achieved today. We actually fixed most part of annoying bugs. Now balls almost do not do weird collisions, and now balls do not stuck in walls. It looks almost perfect. Sometimes when the size of when the mass of balls is very different and energy is low, we can observe a weird behavior when one small ball goes around the bigger ball. I'm not sure what's the nature of this, but it's not too concerning right now. And second thing I want to discuss is how do you feel actually about Code with Me?
It's convenient to, if I want to just change something, because I know the code base quite good because I wrote most of it myself.
Yes.
It was easier for me to just jump in and change something instead of trying to explain to you, like just like go to this line, do this, that, and things like that. So this is something which I probably would be using if you were the one writing code and I would just piggybacking. But if that was the other way around, if I was just if we did it earlier, then it would be bad because it would be bad for me because I would not understand what we're writing about.
Yeah, like it's not too probability is not too high that I will learn something new about the Kotlin syntax. By the way, you can see here that I have 10 to 12 FPS in the browser version, and it means one of two things. Either my computer is too slow, or Firefox, I don't know, for some reason Firefox rendering is much worse than. What do you have? What browser do you use?
Firefox.
So it's not about Firefox, it's about machine. My machine is too slow to render it correctly and fast enough. I'm almost sure that Red Bull 8. Oh, they jump in JavaScript. I can see how they jump from the rectangles around big balls. It's funny. Okay, I think that's pretty much all. Pretty much everything we could do today. Thank you, folks, very much for you being here, and hopefully see you in a week.
Yep. Thanks. See ya.
Bye bye.